Hey go people, this video is about my third eye activation that happened a few weeks ago with my daughter at the beach at sunrise. So, it's amazing. I'll just say, I'm forever changed. I was able to see behind the veil, things that were told to me. And once I saw it myself, then I know it's real, I know it's true. So I'm gonna share to you in hopes that it inspires you to purify yourself so you can experience seeing the magic, the fun, the beauty, and to feel the power coursing through you. Well, where should I start? So this has really been a journey of purification for me. Purifying myself out of selfishness into helping others, getting out of judgments, pointing the finger, making myself separate, not a victim, I'm not in density, I'm free, I'm light, I'm a creator of my reality, I take responsibility for my actions, I heal myself, I forgive others, purify myself, I'm eating pure foods, drinking pure water, living in pure environments, being on the earth, getting sunlight. And a key piece of this was taking heroic doses of nascent iodine from Global Healing. It's deep beneath the earth, so it's pure. I was taking dropperfuls. People say to take drops, a few drops, that's the recommended dose, 3 drops, and even that is like way beyond the recommended amount. I was flying, so much energy, taking these dropperfuls. And we were inspired. A friend of ours, she's pregnant. She's taken like 3 dropperfuls. She's like, oh yeah, don't worry about the fear of iodine. No. She's like, I have so much energy, and we're like, wow. So started learning later about what iodine does to the pineal gland, our third eye. It cleans it out, decalcifies it, they call it. And I'm also going through a oxalate clearing, which has to do with calcium and calcium deposits. So I'm clearing oxalates from my body right now. And I was starting to do that when this happened. And I would take my daughter to the beach at sunrise. We get up early, go out there, play some good music, go walk at the beach, have breakfast, sit, gaze at the sun. We did that for a few days. And one of these mornings, we're in the parking lot, she says, Daddy, wherever I go, the sun's in my third eye. What? What do you mean? You know, I was just kind of in the dad mode, making sure we have all our food and our water, and I'm like, what? What's going on? So I turn around, she's in the back seat. She goes, Daddy, whenever I look at the sun, it goes into my third eye, and then it's always there wherever I go. And then something in me was like, oh, wait a minute, okay. So I became present with her, listened to her, sat there. We look, and she said, Daddy, look at the sun. I said, okay. So we turned to our left, looking at the sun. And she goes, Daddy, do you see that? Do you see that black, that little red there in the sun? Do you see it? I said, yeah. She goes, okay, look at that. So we're sun gazing. The sun is, you know, if this is the horizon, the sun was somewhere up here. It wasn't quite sunrise, but it was up. And there's also like a light cloud cover. So it wasn't fully in the sun. But the sun, I could feel the sun's warmth, and I was like, yeah, I see that. I see it. So I just focused on it, just softly brought my awareness to the sun's awareness. And I said, yeah, I see it. She says, okay, do you see that now? And something shifted. I'm like, yeah, I see that. So I focused on that, and I just kind of kept my mind's connection open. And it just was soft and just breathing at a gentle pace. But then the magic started happening. One thing after another. She said, Dad, do you see that? Do you see that? It was different colors, shapes. And it felt like something was unlocking in my mind. Every step of the way, she guided me. So you see that? Yeah, I see that. Do you see this? Yeah, I see that now. Do you see this? I see that now. Cool. Boom. And then all of a sudden, bam, energy went into my mind. It was just like glowing. And I remembered, I was like, oh wow, these memories flooded into my 20s. and probably before, where I would feel this way. I'd wake up in the morning, I'd go outside, I'd be happy, say good morning to everyone, just my heart would be open. I would connect with the sun, and it was like whatever I said or thought, I watched the day unfold. Like I was directing reality. I was a creator, a conscious co-creator. The power got to my head and I got into my ego, and I lost all that in my 20s and 30s until I came out. That's what my book, Activate, A Guide into Your High Self, is about. About that, my journey and coming back into the light. So all these memories are coming back. Oh my God, yeah, I used to connect with the sun. It would go into me. I'd feel this energy, and life would be magical and amazing. But what happened that morning hadn't happened to me yet. Probably because I wasn't pure, wasn't ready. But I'm in integrity. I have control of my willpower. I am committed to the light and committed to the goodness. So I was given this opportunity. I don't think my daughter had the same experience as me. She was just talking about the sun going into her. She felt the energy, and she just, everywhere she looked, she felt it. So we walked to the beach, and as soon as I get to the beach, there's a guy. There's these boardwalks, so we're kind of like high up above, and there's stairs that go down. He's up on the peak of it, and he's just beaming. Everyone just likes to go to the spot because you see the big ocean. You kind of get out of the city, and you're like, ah, ocean. Yeah, just like what I'm looking at right now. And as that heart opens, and this guy's heart was open, there's pink beaming out of his heart, just like, oh, just right up into the sky, just went high. I couldn't even see where it stopped, just pink. Oh, and he was happy. He's just like, yeah, just stoked on life. Good morning, right? Good morning. We walked down the beach, and I was like, oh, that was fun. So we walk, we sit, and then I just started, every time I looked at someone, I could just like feel deeply into them. I could feel their emotions really strongly, getting intuitive knowledge about what they're going through. And I could start to see some people had black clouds around them, and they were kind of like not in the best health. Some people were clear, nothing to see. Some of them, like this couple, these two women, they were walking along, and there was two balls of light right above their heads, and I intuitively knew that they were their future children, were right above their heads, and they were walking really close, like best friends. And then their two children, just little balls of light, were right above their heads, and they were walking. That was awesome. And I just felt so much love and bliss. It was amazing. I just was breathing. We continued to connect with the sun, and I felt like I could bring my awareness to the sun and breathe. And every time I did a deep breath, that energy pulled into my body and filled my cells. And this is what I teach in the book, is how to consciously expand energy in the body when we're connected in this deep way. And we can do it without being connected in that way and still have experiences, but when we activate to our highest self, and we get higher and higher levels of power as we purify, and we're trustworthy to hold that energy because we're not selfish, we're more like what made us, this oneness energy. As we're in that space, we can breathe that energy into us deeper and deeper. So I was doing that, and it was amazing. Just joy, just like life's good, man. It's like a buzz. It's like a buzz. I guess that's why people get drunk, because you want to get that buzz, or you get high, whatever, you want to get that little buzz, but it's temporary. But this was natural. This was natural, and I will say, for absolute transparency, that I was dealing with some pain from, I believe, the oxalates. And so I did one, I don't know when the last time I had it, maybe it was the night before or something like that. I had like 1 drop of THC. And I was kind of doing that every few days. So that may have done something, that may have loosened me or healing me, but I feel like microdosing that stuff sometimes is okay to go through pain. So I don't know if it was still in my system or what, but I did do that. But I was doing the high amounts of iodine, eating pure diet. My heart was open. I was with my daughter. Her heart was pure, and we were in that shared space. So I'm breathing this energy. And I started to see my spirit guides, like in the clouds, and I had seen this before. I remember right around 2011, this amazing Zolkeen experience. This is the Mayan calendar. On a special day, I'm born with the dog energy, and I could see the dog spirits that I'm connected to. They're like guides, like this unconditionally loving, joyous energy that I can embody sometimes, a lot of times, I guess. And I saw their faces in the sky, huge. They were just staring down. It wasn't like it materialized out of clouds, they were just like there. It was amazing. Sometimes I can see things materialize through clouds. It's really fun. Like when I got to this island, when I landed, and I was, completely sober, nothing, hadn't had any substances or anything. Wasn't even doing the high iodine at that point, just was doing the small amounts. But when I got to this island, the clouds, just like this kind of like creature. It was like a joyous forest creature or something. I don't even know how to describe it, but it was like 3D coming right out of these amazing clouds at sunset. And my friend I was with, I was like, "Do you see that?" He's like, "No." It was real. So it was like a greeting to the island of Puerto Rico for me and welcoming me. And so I know as we activate ourselves, I think this becomes more and more real and normal. We have to stay pure, choose what we eat, be careful what we eat, what we drink, what we think. Stay pure, stay childlike. And the last cool thing that happened to me during that experience was they were spraying, they're doing climate play, geoengineering, playing with the increasing rain or playing with making droughts or trying to cool the planet because everyone's afraid of climate change. So I got frustrated because the clouds were being sprayed. There's lines everywhere, and it was like, man, I want the sun. I want a nice, beautiful blue sky to look at. And I got a little frustrated, and it's okay to get frustrated. It's like primal energy. I was like, man, it sucks. I want it to be clear. And I looked up shortly after that, and there was a circle of blue sky above me. And I've had experiences like this before too. You're really connected and you really want something, you have that primal energy. We can't affect the weather, we have to use it carefully. I want to be selfish and say, oh, I want sunny all the time, no rain. You gotta think of the plants too, right? So that's my story. That was a beautiful morning, and I think a lot of our kids are in that magical space, and I remember being like that as a kid. Maybe you do too. Or maybe you have kids or no kids that are like that. So I feel like my role as a father is to protect her innocence and purity and magic, to help her remember that that is real. It's not her mind, it's real. It's how life's supposed to be. Magical, fun, dreamy, kind of like cartoon-like, playful, fearless. So cheers, blessings, honor to you on your journey here. I hope this inspires you. So your path of purity, your path of clearing, your emotions, get rid of all that stuck emotions, the density, get rid of all that stuff so you can rise up into your heart. Get out of separation and duality, us and them. Remember, we're all one family. Everyone just needs love at the end of the day. Yeah. I hope you're feeling the love and feeling the magic, and I love you. We're all one family, okay? Thanks for remembering.